Hi everyone, I've found a new game. It's got easy to find items, lots of puzzles, a math test, and some nightmare obbies.
Get the hell out of here!
So let's get on with it, starting with the easy ones. For the backpack, go into the school and find the upstairs lockers. The coal is under the big house. For the cobweb, climb onto the small house. Have a bounce on the trampoline to get the coil. I don't think I need to tell you where the donut is.
Ooh, donut!
Eggy is right in front of you on the fountain. Back to the big house for the fruit bowl. The garbage is where you would expect it to be. The leaf is just here. Somebody left a phone in one of the cars. You should know where the plunger is. A lot of the items are found up in the clouds. Unfortunately, the hot air balloon is broken, so you will need to find a toolbox. Go to the other end of the map and you will see it. Open up your inventory and equip the toolbox. Then take it back to Bob the Balloon Boy. Up in the clouds, the raindrops are right here. The ruler is also in the place you expect to see it. Do you fancy doing some camping? You will need a sleeping bag. The teddy bear is on the bed in the big house. The toy shovel can be found in the sand pit. We will need this later. In Mickey Doonads, you can order a burger, but if you haven't found the dollar, you will have to settle for just a tray. Well, you could always eat acorns. Actually, don't ever do that. There's one on top of this tree. Meanwhile, back in the clouds, some accurate jumping is required. The brick is on top of the chimney. For some reason it's really hard to get to. You don't need the balloon. After all that jumping, I want that burger. I will have to get the dollar first. And I will help this young lady. Back to Mix and his dodgy doonads. If you want the button, simply press it 100 times. It's time for some obby work. This one isn't that bad. The clock is close to the spawn. Okay, remember that toy shovel? We need that to dig a hole in the sand pit. To get the genes, you will have to do some work. First of all, go and speak to the teacher. The silly man has left his keys somewhere. Well, they're not here. Back under the house you will find the Lush Moss. It's time for some mindless vandalism. Another Obby. This time it's for the pilot's goggles. The quarter is hiding behind a painting according to the clue. Another Obby. Just watch out for those Killbricks. After you find the stick, you can use it to get the roasted marshmallow. The sandpit from earlier is holding yet another item that we didn't see before. There's a secret door behind the sign. And while you've got your shovel out, you might as well do some grave robbing. The clue for the truffle says, walk through a green wedge. I hope you've revised because it's time for your math exam. I guess the last one, I didn't have a Scooby-Doo. I'm hungry again. Let's go and talk to the teacher again. Did you know he had a hit song back in the 80s called Broken Wings? That's going straight over a lot of your heads. To use the vending machine, you will need to have a code. It is hidden behind the sofa. Please note, it's a random code, so don't try to use mine. Here's another obby. They get progressively harder. This one will get you the hammer. There are a few tricky jumps, but it's not too difficult. But don't jump off yet, you can get the cube if you land in the hole. Some of you won't be able to get the next one because you haven't got chat. Just type /E dance. If you haven't got the burger, you will need to get it before doing this one. Equip the burger, then talk to Gert and give it to him. Imagine how many times on Roblox somebody has died to a red brick, aka Killbrick. Well, this time we are going to get to touch one on purpose. For this item, I had to work out a strategy. I came to the conclusion that you can't do what you need to do unless you end up with 2 blank tiles at one end. or 3 blank tiles next to each other. As far as I can tell, there is no other way to light them all up. Maybe I'm wrong, let me know below. I did notice though that there is a reset button. I kept pushing it until I got what I wanted. In this case, it gave me 2 blank tiles on the ends. All I have to do is click the outermost tiles. Now the obbies are getting harder, but me being me, I had to come up with a cheat code. I think the idea of this is to jump round the obstacles, but if you can quickly stand on the end of the wing, you can safely ride right past. You're welcome. To get to the rainbow cloud, you need to jump on a plane, and don't miss when you jump off. The sphere is located above the McDonald's sign. The only way to get there is across from the trampoline. If you're lucky, you will do it straight away, but my guess is it will take a lot of trying because I've already tried. After all those attempts, I was terrified I wouldn't land on the sign. For the trowel, you need to work out the puzzle. If you look carefully, the cars all have numbers on them, and also the barriers have different coloured cars drawn on them. Click the car pictures in the order of their numbers. If you do it right, the bottom of the hole will open up and reveal the trowel. In this game, there are several things the developer needs to fix. Getting under this bridge is one of them. If you do manage to do it, like I did after 10 minutes of trying, walk into this slot on the floor. Another impossible task is getting through this door. I eventually managed by using shift lock and shaking myself like a berserker on steroids. What you just saw there was a good edit. So, depending if you ever get in here or not, equip your hammer and bust open this box to get the t-shirt. To get the folded laundry, you will need to have the t-shirt and the jeans. Go upstairs in the big house and find the laundry room. Equip the t-shirt and jeans so you can put them in the washing machine, then the dryer. For the lightning bolt, you need to get on top of this black cloud. I've been unable to do it as much as I've tried.
Brother, this guy stinks!
So let me know if you can do it. I may not be good at obbies, but I do love a good puzzle to solve. To get the motherboard, you will need to find a code. It's locked in the English classroom. So go talk to Mr. Mister, which activates the key appearing. Yet again, it's a random binary number, so don't copy this one. Go back to the shirt shop and spend 2 hours trying to get through the door. There's another door at the back that leads to a computer. Enter the number and you will get the motherboard. Another tricky obby, everyone.
Oh, hell no!
This one is tricky because there's a lack of headroom. You just have to persevere. The traffic cone is one you should be used to because it appears in a lot of games. Just copy the lights. Click the lights to start. Now we're getting into the good stuff. This is the Angelic Halo, and there are several steps. The first step is determining which clouds you can jump on and which ones you can't. This is also random, so you will have to figure your own out. On each cloud is a number. The clouds you can stand on are named good, the clouds you fall through are bad. As you progress over the 8 clouds, write down the numbers. That was a bad cloud. So far we have a 0 for good and a 9 for bad. The next good number is a 6. And for the bad it's a 7. I'm going to guess the next good cloud is on the left. So this is the good cloud and its number 8. Therefore the other cloud is the bad cloud and its number is 4. One more to go, I'm guessing the right. Yeah, the last good number is a 2. The last bad number is another 4. Okay, so now you have 2 sets of numbers. The good code is 0682, the bad code is 9744. These codes have to be entered into the planes, the green plane for the good code and the red plane for the bad code. All you have to do is get on them. Remember the trick I showed you earlier? It doesn't matter which one you do first. That one was occupied, so I will do the red first. Make sure you put the right code in the right plane. Here's another annoying thing, the camera is moving round. You could just jump off and respawn on the centre cloud. I'm going to try and land where I can jump straight onto the green plane. Should have known that wouldn't work. Whoa, nearly fell off again. Here comes the green plane. Please don't miss, please don't miss. I can't even click on the screen. This is why you need to write the numbers down and have it where you can see it. Do you reckon I can jump onto the small clouds to save some time?
Nope.
What do you mean, no? I have more bad news. If you want the gold bar item, you need to be extremely lucky. I spent forever trying to get through this hole and no way can I fit. I even made my avatar as small as possible, knowing it wouldn't work. So sadly, I can't show you this one.
Aw, man!
What I do know though is you will need to input your unique Roblox user number into the computer. One place to find it is on your profile page. Then drop down to a laser Obby and gain the gold bar. Good luck, guys. We've got to item number 60. This is the potion. To start this puzzle, go to the science classroom and click the green button on the projector. This gives you a rough idea of where to find 4 vials of different colours. So all you got to do is go find them. Oh great, another Obby. That's the red vial. That's the green, just need yellow and blue. The blue one should be around the end of the river. Okay, must be the other end. I enjoyed this game a lot. It just needs a few things fixed and hopefully it gets plenty of updates. Please like and subscribe for future videos.